Hello there and welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Mike.
I'm Rainbow.
So, Rainbow, here we are. It's the third and final day of our Stories and Fables unit, and even more importantly, it's the Friday that we think everything will change.
So we think everything's gonna change right now because that's the title of our story. Now, ever since one of the girls in class, Alma, asked why is it that only the boys can carry the water, there has been a feeling that things are going to change. The class teacher, Ms. Ralston, did not answer the question right away. She said she had to go home and think about it, and she would let the class know by next week.
Right, and at the same time, some of the boys in the class, well, they were upset that the girls would even ask about getting this job. The boys liked being able to be the only ones who got to leave the school to collect the water. If the girls got to do it too, well, then the boys would get chosen less often, and they really didn't like that idea. So the boys were being mean to some of the girl students by not letting them play in their softball games at recess and things like that.
So the boys were saying that the girls couldn't collect the water anyways because they're not strong enough to carry it back from the railway station. Of course, none of the girls agreed with this. They wanted the chance to prove that they could do just as well as the boys.
Yeah, exactly. So things hadn't changed yet, but there was this strong feeling that this week they just might. It all depended on what the teacher, Miss Ralston, decided to do.
Exactly. And what we need to do right now before we begin reading today is to look at all the new vocabulary right now. 第三天的文章里面，老师 Ms. Ralston 居然和同学们一起打垒球，怎么有这么酷的老师？我们先来看几个单字。第一个 hit 打或是击是个动词，我们要特别注意 hit 的动词三态同形哦。hit hit hit. Bobby couldn't hit the ball no matter how hard he tried. Bobby couldn't hit the ball no matter how hard he tried. 不管他再怎么努力尝试 ，Bobby 都打不到那颗球。第二个单字 swing 挥动 ，swing swing 挥舞是个动词，动词的三态是 swing swung swung. Don't swing the bat in the house. Don't swing the bat in the house. 不要在家里挥球棒。第三个单字 leave 离开是个动词，它的三态是 leave left left. Jess left the party early. Jess left the party early. Jess 提早离开派对。最后一个单字 final 最后的是个形容词 This is our final meeting before Joe leaves. This is our final meeting before Joe leaves. 这是在 Joe 离开之前最后一次的开会。好了，我们现在看完单字例句，一起回到课文。
Next Friday came, and Miss Ralston surprised everyone again. At recess, she went to the softball field and got a bat. She stood at home base and shouted for a pitch. On the first throw, she hit a foul ball. When the second one came, she swung the bat and sent the ball high into the air. It flew across the field and out of sight.
Explanation 1.
Okay, so as we begin the final day of our story, the Friday everything changed, we can see that yes, a week has passed. The kids should be hearing about Miss Ralston's decision, and that should be today. Will she change the rules and let the girls collect the water just like the boys can?
Well, as we begin reading our story for today, it looks like Ms. Ralston isn't quite ready to make her decision. I don't know why. The first sentence says, next Friday came and Ms. Ralston surprised everyone again. What did she do?
What is Miss Ralston doing? Well, let's read on to find out. So next it says, at recess, she went to the softball field and got a bat. Huh? This definitely isn't what the kids expected from their teacher today. They expected an answer to the question that Alma, one of the girls in the class, asked about changing the rules about collecting water.
Right, but Miss Ralston seems to want to play softball. Very strange. That's exactly what she did. We read, she stood at home base and shouted for a pitch. So she has a bat and she's ready to go. She wants somebody to throw the ball so she can hit it.
Yeah, it sure seems that way.
What?
And remember, after the girls said that they wanted to collect the water, just like the boys, remember the boys, they got all upset and they started to be mean to the girls by not letting them play softball anymore. But Miss Ralston, she's the teacher, so the boys kind of have to let her play, right?
Exactly, even if she's a girl. Okay, so we will find out what happens and why Ms. Ralston's playing softball after we hear the first grammar point from today's story.
大家好，我是 Daphne。今天的第一则文法是 Somebody shouts for 加名词，意思是某人大喊着要。Shout 是不及物动词，意思是大喊、大叫。后方用介系词 for 为了引出喊叫的原因。我们来看个例句 ：The teacher shouted for order。老师大喊着要大家守秩序。
So, Miss Ralston has decided to play softball with the boys at recess today. This is, as you might guess, kind of strange. She is their teacher and she's also a lady.
Recently, the boys had been acting badly toward all of the girls by not letting them play softball. But now that Ms. Ralston wants to play, they have to let her because she is the teacher.
Yeah, so she's there. She's ready to play, and she just shouted for the boy pitching to throw that ball for her. Let's read on to find out what happens.
And it says on the first throw, she hit a foul ball. Ah, that's too bad. Okay, so here we have a vocabulary. Hit means you use your bat to touch the ball. Bam! Okay, 顺便补充一下 a foul ball 就代表界外球，也就是坏球哦。So she touched the ball with her bat and almost got a hit. But it wasn't good enough. But that's okay. It was the first strike.
But Miss Ralston, she's ready for another one. And so we read, when the second one came, she swung the bat and sent the ball high into the air. It's a hit, a good solid hit from Miss Ralston. Because of course she's playing softball. And also when you play baseball, if you want to get a hit, you have to swing the bat. To swing basically means to let something kind of fall from side to side, and then it will come back and it will repeat that action. Or if you're playing baseball, you're moving the bat kind of in a circle almost around you through the air. Parts of a clock will swing back and forth every second. Or you might go to the park and sit on that thing where you push yourself backwards and forwards. That thing we sit on is a swing, and the action is also to swing. The past tense would be swung and swung. So she's got a hit. Now we'll find out what happened to that ball after we check out the grammar point. This is grammar point number 2.
第二则文法是 A sends B into， 意思是 A 把 B 送到。Send 是及物动词，意思是运送。三态是 sent。Into 是介系词，意思是进入点点点里面。我们来看一个例句咯 America has sent humans into space. 美国把人类送进外太空。
So Miss Ralston has hit the ball. She got a foul on her first pitch, but she hit the second one perfectly, and it went flying up into the air.
So as we get back to the story, we see that it not only went flying up into the air, but as it says in the sentence right before we reach our break, it flew across the field and out of sight. Whoa, so she didn't just get a hit. She got a home run. 哇 Miss Ralston 打了一个全垒打呢 Home run 就是用来形容全垒打
Yeah, and not just any home run, an amazing home run. That ball was gone. Not bad for a girl, right, boys?
Yeah, so I would love to see the looks on those faces of the boys as they watch their lady teacher hit a softball much further than they ever could. Girls are strong, of course.
Yeah, something tells me that Miss Ralston, she's just answered the question of whether or not the girls will be allowed to carry the water back to the school from now on. No. Anyway, we still have to hear her decision, but we'll do that after the break. And before we take that break, let's go over to learn our final grammar point of the day.
第三则文法是 out of sight， 意思是看不见，在视野之外。out of 是介系词片语，意思是离开。sight 是名词，意思是视野、视线。out of sight 字面意思就是离开视线，引申指看不见，是一个副词片语。我们来看个例句 ：Black holes are out of sight。黑洞是看不见的。
All right, so it is time for a break, but don't go far. We'll be back to hear what Miss Ralston decides.
School's in, Miss Ralston said and left. In the final hour of school, she stated, next week, Alma and Joyce will go for the water.
Explanation 2.
So, Miss Ralston, the school teacher, has just hit a home run.
Ooh.
She has shown quite clearly that girls can be just as strong as boys can be. And this was also probably her way of telling the boy students at the school that they shouldn't be treating the girls badly.
Also, it was a great way to show the girls that they can do anything the boys can do. Hit home runs, carry water back to the school. I mean, we haven't heard her decision, but I think we know.
So let's read on to see what happens next. So, Miss Ralston has just hit her big home run. The boys are standing around looking amazed, and school's in, Miss Ralston said, and left. Oh, wow. She hits the home run, and then like some kind of superstar just says, okay, back to class, everyone, and then she leaves. To leave, or left, means to go away from, to walk away from. Miss Ralston, she's cool.
She's definitely got some style. So everyone heads back to class and the boys are probably shocked. And of course, the girls are cheering their teacher on. They're super happy.
And so what happened with the big question of who would get to collect the water next week? Well, I think you guys can probably guess at this point, right? As we reach the end of the story, we read, in the final hour of school, she, that's Miss Ralston, in the final hour she stated, next week, Alma and Joyce will go for the water. Ooh, here we have this word final. Final is the last. It's the one that comes at the end.
Yay! 我们读到在放学前没多久 Miss Ralston 就宣布了女生也可以去提水。我们用到 state 这个动词，它有说出声明的意思。Just like that, Miss Ralston, you're one cool customer.
All right, thanks everyone for joining us. Go out there and try to be as cool and as awesome as Miss Ralston. And if you can't, that's okay. Just be yourself. You're pretty awesome the way you are. Thanks for joining us. Be kind to each other, and we'll see you all back here very soon. Bye-bye.
The Friday, everything changed. Next Friday came, and Miss Ralston surprised everyone again. At recess, she went to the softball field and got a bat. She stood at home base and shouted for a pitch. On the first throw, she hit a foul ball. When the second one came, she swung the bat and sent the ball high into the air. It flew across the field and out of sight. School's in, Miss Ralston said and left. In the final hour of school, she stated, next week, Alma and Joyce will go for the water. Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny， 又到我们1分钟的单元喽。那我们今天是用1分钟的时间来复习4个单字，也会造句练习。同学们，您都准备好没？好，1分钟计时开始。第一个单字是击或是打，这个字怎么说？叫做 hit。好，它的动词三态都一样，叫 hit。OK，the boy hit the ball as hard as he could。那个男孩奋力的击球。好，第二个单字跟我这个动作也是很像，它叫做挥动挥舞这样子。OK， 它叫做 swing。动词3态特别注意叫 swing。His brother taught him how to swing a baseball bat。他哥哥教他挥球棒。好，第3个单字呢是离开的意思，离开怎么说？叫做 leave。动词3态是 leave、left。OK，we're ready to leave， 就是说我们准备好要离开了。第4个单字是形容词，形容最后的，叫做 final。它像如果后面加上 ly 变成 finally， 就可以表达最后怎么样，终于怎么样。OK，what was the final score of the game？ 那场比赛最后比分是多少呢？好，太好了，我们在1分钟之内已经复习完单字，也造完例句喽。同学们表现很棒哎，我们下次见喽，拜拜。
Hello, I'm Stephen Rong. Hualien is famous for its baozis. This shop here, Gongzen Baozi Shop, has been here for 40 years. They make everything in the shop and the lines are always very long. It's because the baozis are very delicious. Let's go try a baozi together. Popular items to order at Gongzen Baozi Shop are Xiao Long Bao, steamed dumplings, sour spicy soup, also called hot and sour soup, and soy bean milk. Let's order all 4. The food is here. I'm ready to eat. This is the steamed dumpling. The shop also has a sauce called the garlic soy sauce. Let's try it. The steamed dumpling skin is very thin and chewy, and the filling is very tasty. The sauce is also very garlicky. It tastes so good together. Now, let's try the Xiao Long Bao. The Xiao Long Bao here is very different from other Xiao Long Bao. This skin looks a lot thicker. Ooh, that looks really good. The skin is very sweet and fluffy. And the filling is soft and flavorful. So good. Let's try the sour spicy soup. It is very sour and spicy, but also very tasty. Last, let's try the soy bean milk. It's very fresh, healthy, and tasty. You don't need a lot of money when you come here because everything is cheap and tasty. Next time you come to Hualien, make sure you come here and eat.
See you next time.